Hello, good afternoon, students. Uh, we are continuing with our online classes, and this is the class for class 10. We are doing the literature section now, and as you know that we have been doing our poems these days. We have already done some poems from class 9 and 10, and actually I repeat one thing: the questions for SEE and the syllabus based for your course is basically the thing that focuses upon the major four genres of English, that is reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Your text, all the texts, your course revolves around all these four things. So, and most focused among these are the reading section. Reading. I hope you remember what is reading. Simply reading a text at the surface level and gaining something from it is one thing, but here that reading, that among that four bands that deals is after reading a certain text, will you be able to analyze it? Will you be able to write about the text on your own? Will you be able to verify true sentences, false sentences taken out from that text? Will you be able to give the meanings of difficult words? Will you be able to give the synonymous and antonymous words from that text, words taken out from that text? So these are the focal point to be focused. And your questions depend upon the same thing. So we are doing poem at the surface level, but at the deeper level, your major focus is to do the questions that follows, do the synonymous and antonymous questions, true, false, because your questions from first terminal to the SEE will be upon the same. You are not supposed to get several ideas from the poem, and the questions that will be asked for you will not be of that type. So let's see the poem. And the poem today we are doing is very important for examination point of view, and it has been asked time and again in the previous examinations SEE, and it's important for the upcoming exam as well. It's a poem by Robert Frost, a very renowned poet of English literature. So there is a major term in this poem, that is dilemma. What is dilemma? What do you mean by the term dilemma? Dilemma is actually simply in Nepali you can say it duvidha. Duvidha. The situation where you are confused, you are undecided whether to do this or to do that. Means you may get several options or you have to choose among two options. Which one is better for you? Which will lead to the good path, the right track? So, the major concern in this point is dilemma. Before the starting of the point, you have been asked that read the poem by Robert Frost and find out why he is in dilemma. Robert Frost, via this poem, is in dilemma. And why he is in this situation, we are supposed to analyze that thing. So let's see what is inside the poem and then we'll discuss further. Let's start. Hope all of you have your textbook. Please see it and try to read with me. Two roads diverged in yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And we, one traveler, long I stood and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in undergrowth. The first stanza says that two roads diverged in yellow wood. The first term here is diverged. Diverged. What is the meaning of diverse? Diversion. You know, a road, if it's a road and it's the right track, you want to go through it, but because of certain problem or certain thing, sometimes it gets diverged. The road is same, but there is a diversion. Means there may be some problems. So to avoid this problem that leads the main road, you get a diversion, you get an alternative to go through. So how can you, or how Robert Frost is undecided to choose the diversion, or will he be going the same way he started through, or he wants to go? Two roads diverged in yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and one traveler, long as I stood and looked down, one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Now, he is talking about woods. Woods. Woods here could mean forest, jungle. Whatever you say. Woods, there is the indication of forest. So he says, in the yellow wood, in the trees with yellow wood, in the forest of yellow wood, I got two roads and I am really confused. I am really in dilemma whether to choose this road or that road. I am confused because I am a single traveler. I am a single person and I can only take one path. I can't do a single work. Being a single person, I can't travel through the both the roads at the same time. So whether I should take this or I should take that road. So this is my dilemma. Who says the Robert Frost. And looked down as far as I could to where it bent in under growth. He says that here is a word under growth. Under growth. The word here would mean small trees, that is you call shrubs, small plants, bushes. So he sees a road diverged leading two ways through the undergrowth, through the bushes, through the herbs, and he is really confused in the jungle, in the yellow wood. Then next stanza says, then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for the passing there had warned them really about the same. Then took the other as just as fair. Now he is claiming, he is telling us that he went through one he wanted, as his thought led him, he took the way, the second path, and having perhaps the better claim, because he took the second path. Why? Because he thought. What he thought? He thought that this could be the better way where he wants to be. Because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for the passing there had warned them really about the same. One thing he claims and he gives the reason that he took the way because it was grassy, it was the way that he thought it is a lively way, it is the running path, it is the continuous way where he wants to go. His internal thought led him to the path, to the second path where he was confused, where he was in dilemma. And third stanza, and both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first one another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way. And both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to. Yet knowing how way leads on to way. His next claim is that the road he chose his selection because of the path that was trodden here, walked on. You know, where people continuously walks in any of the way without the proper construction of the way, even in the middle of the jungle, it makes a path. It makes a canal-like path that you suppose if you see, you think that this is the way where most of the people have traveled through. So that was the reason why he chose the way he took the way as his gut feeling, internal thought told him that this is the correct path. He was really cutting down his dilemma by his internal thoughts. I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in the wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. But in the final stanza, he is little bit different. He doubted if I should ever come back. You know, we are talking about the dilemma. And still, his dilemma is in its place while we come to the final stanza of the poem. He is telling us that he was really confused. He was really doubtful that the road I took, the way of, at the surface level it's a road, but at the deeper level it's the way of life we took. And he is still confused that the road I took will lead me to my destination or not. But he is really taking the road with a great doubts. He says that can I be back to my way through this road when I reach to the destination. So I shall be he is telling that with a sigh, with a confusion, with a doubt, that what will the world think, what will the people think. He is little bit thoughtful in a deep. He is telling us with a very long, deep thought. When you are confused about something, you keep calm, you take rest, and that your internal feelings says that no, this is the right thing I should do, or this is the wrong thing I should not do. So that is the situation with the poet. With a long sigh, with a long deep thought, breath, he is deciding that I have taken the road that is trodden, but will be I able to reach the destination, or will it lead again to the back where I have traveled from? Somewhere ages and ages else, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took one less traveled by, and that has made the difference. Very remarkable lines are the last three lines, that there is a general conception about everything. There is a general thought about everything. The mass the crowd, the mob takes the way. They do as rest of the world do. They do not try to neglect the mass, they do not try to neglect the society, they do not try to neglect the mob, large number of people. Because in general, people have the thought that if I will take a different way against the world, against the society, against the people around me, probably I will be in trouble. But Robert Frost says that the way I took, the road I took, the way of life I wanted to travel, and I traveled and I did it, really made the difference. Difference in what? Difference in my life. So his dilemma of traveling against the society, against the world, against the mob made a difference. So your poem is at the last. Also, it's not very clear. It's ending in dilemma that was it all right? What was the difference actually? Was the difference right? Was the difference wrong? So it's up to readers to analyze the way the poet is thinking. So this is a small poem by Robert Frost. It's really thoughtful, and now you have few important exercises that I want you to do. Let's see. Let's see vocabulary in use. Match the following words with their meanings. Okay, let's see. In the examination, in seen or unseen text, like this, the poem we talked about, Robert Frost, The Road Not Taken. This is a seen passage for you, and in every passages, whether seen or unseen, will not be given like the column here has been drawn in your book, because maximum 2 to 3 marks question will be given to you regarding the meaning. Perhaps you will be asked with the terms that is inside the poem, the words, phrases, and you will be asked whether to give the similar meaning, that is synonym. Sometimes you will be asked with the exact meaning, sometimes you will be asked with the antonyms. So let's see what are the terms, major words in your poem, and try to find the meanings. Match it. So see, diverged. Diverged. What is the meaning of diverged here? Because here are words and here are meanings. You will be simply asked if find the meanings that are close to the word in the poem. So diverged here would mean see, guess, a deep, long grave, walk on, branched away, demand, forest, shrubs, a mass of bushes, from now on, curve. What will be the correct option here? Diverged. Wood. Wood. Here would mean forest. So, where is it? Next we have undergrowth. Undergrowth. See, first of all, try to find the easier meaning. It will be a trick for you. First of all, if you are really confused, you must see the easier meaning that matches. And finally, you will have very less options, and then it will be more easy for you to guess as well if you are really in dilemma or confused as the Robert Frost. Underbroad. Perhaps you are in dilemma. So let's see claim. Claim. Claim would mean see if any of the terms is to be matched by claim. If you claim upon something, you want to make your point. It's your demand like thing. So a word came here, demand. So what will be the option? Claim, demand. Okay? Sigh, S-I-G-H, sigh. Trodden, bent, hence. Among these four words, most of you have listened about bend and hence. So first of all, try to match the last two ones. Bend. It's the V2 of bend. Okay. So what is the meaning that matches with the bend here? Of course, curved. Right? Next, hence. You have been using these words in mathematics and most of the subjects you read. Hence. Hence, above. From now on. Right. From now on. Next, again come to the meaning words that you may find diverged, sigh, trodden. These three are left. It is a deep, long break, walked on, branched away. 3. So, if you are confused, what will we do? Okay. Let's see, walked on, trod, T-R-O-D, trod. Means it's a walk. So, what will be the meaning here? Trodden, of course. Walked on. Next, sigh or diverged. A deep long breath and branched away. Of course, diverged will not be a deep long breath. This word will help you. Breath. It's a long breath. And the word is matching here. Sigh. S-I-G-H. Sigh. And the final word you have diverged is left option, that is branched away. In the examination, you will be not asked most of the time like this to match, but you will be asked directly the meaning 2 or 3, maximum 4 of marks 0.5 per. So each. So in this way, if you have at least ideas of 2 to 3 words, you will be easily doing the rest of the exercises. So this is the technique. Let's see, next important section is read the poem again and answer these questions. Now we have got some questions based on the poem. Who is the speaker of this poem? Of course, you have to write the name of the poet, Robert Frost. Who is the speaker? Robert Frost is the speaker. okay, of the poem. Next, where is the speaker standing in this poem? Of course, he is standing between the woods, jungle. Next, why does he stop for a long time? Why? Because of the dilemma to choose the right path, whether to choose this one or that one. Why he is in dilemma? What was his dilemma? Duvidha के थियो त्यसको? Which road does he choose to travel? Finally, what was his decision? Which road? Why does he leave the other one? Is the speaker optimistic? Okay, optimistic. Optimistic. What is the meaning of optimistic in this text? Simply, in Nepali, it's Asavadi. Okay. The people, optimistic people, wants really good things to happen. You do a work and you become optimistic that it is going to be better for you. You attempt an exam and you really feel that I'm going to get very good marks. I'll pass with the flying colors. So this is your optimistic thought. Whenever you do a work and you think that, oh, it's going to be good, it's a good decision for me, or everything will be fine. So that is the positive thought. Being optimistic is a positive thought of being a good result-oriented people. Do you think he has made the right decision? Again, what is your thought? I leave these questions upon you to answer. What do you think the roads refer to? Of course, this is the major question. The roads here refers to what? It's a big question for you. What is the roads giving the meaning in its deeper context? At the surface level, it's simply a road in the jungle. Roads. But is it really roads at the deeper level? What is it referring to? Of course, it's talking about the life, the roads of life, the decisions of life. What is the central idea of the poem? This is the question for you. So, in this way, you are supposed to do these two meaning, match the following words and the questions. These are the important questions to be done by the students. We will be discussing the poem again and we'll be discussing our questions. I'll see the copies and see the answers you have written in your live classes. So this is all for today. Hope you will do the exercises and thank you.